So before we get on to the next piece, I know there are things tumereiziwa tukibelieve this is wrong, and I'm not calling them right because they are wrong, but pia you get to that place in life and you realize you can't take back the things you've done. You can't, like, life inakusqueeze until that wrong is what you've done, and that other person's story yenye ulikuwa unasikia mkisengenya ule msichana kwa village, or rather that guy kwa village, now it's your story, and now it's you they are gonna talk about in that way. It's you they are gonna put mud on and haifurahishi. So yeah, this poem is kind of the 24 years of my life in these simple few minutes. I no longer know who to trust. Love feels like a game I'm not ready to play. Things they say matter shatter us. My body feels like a carcass, and the whole world is a circus. Yesterday it was your burden, today it will be mine. Slain and thrown down the toilet drain. Rain won't be enough to wash away this stain. Let it rain harder, I can't live with this pain. Flood and wash me away. A man like me claiming to have dignity while having none at all. Mask after mask after mask. Why is it my task to bear this Adamic curse? Jesus says he's the same yesterday, today, and forever. I try to call him and let him know I'm different. Growing up is tougher than what I wanted it to be. I was used to school tests because when I'm sick I evade it. Life tests come and there is no more running. You live knowing you'll never get away from the games children play. Despite how young you are, there is always a card for you to play. The road won't leave your back. Discipline is a price you must be willing to pay. Your papa loves you if only you pray. When the clock strikes midnight, it's already another new day. Love. Love must be a sick joke, now you admit it. Papa almost made mama toothless. Her forgiving heart is the only love signal you see. Papa's a blessing needless. When home was troublesome, he was willing to fly away. When fire followed him, it left him wingless. People claim to love God and live without love nevertheless. Maybe God asked us to love, but not on this earth. Maybe God asked us to love, but after this life. Maybe love is only possible in heaven. Maybe love is just but for the chosen few. It's just everyone except me and my family. My friend I see has a happy family. He doesn't seem preoccupied with family drama. So he doesn't know what it feels like to pray that one day he will leave his papa or mama. Only thing he knows is that he loves his papa and mama. Families you thought will never break up eventually did. In my country, the childless don't adapt. They adapted a new way to deal with infertility. Leave the man or woman you married for the next one. Maybe you'll eventually see a light at the end of the tunnel. While others tunnel children, those without them don't claim to help them. So children that are suffer at the hands of those who do not want them. And children that are not break love vows. And I'm left an African child with no one to look up to. Jesus gave me poetry. And I don't try to destroy your hope of ever finding love. I write to share the stories of you and I with the world. I write to enlighten those in the dark. I write to remind the weary that Jesus knew at one point our knees will be weary and he will be willing to carry us through. I know that I'm not everything that I claim to be. But if you're in this race to heaven young and innocent, let us don't make the mistakes that we did. But if you're part of the corrupted like me, let us hold on to this cloak of Christ. Because though we be thieves and murderers, he's still willing to dine with us in paradise. Evangelical Poet. Yeah, najua